over here real quick. So I'm like, all right. And then, boom, 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 boom. And that's when you hear it. Hey, what's good, y'all? It's the Cadillac of Tokyo, and I'm here with a story
Oh
time
shit!
today.
Oh.
Buh. So before we start this story time, like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all know because the more people that subscribe, the more motivation. I do appreciate y'all that do stick around and want to see some more stuff from me. So with that being said, let's get into it. So yeah, just I'll just tell you how it all started. So it was just a regular night out, like always. I feel like in your 20s, you kind of you know the jungle, how shit goes down basically, and things like that. Like you go through a lot of things, and I feel like I've been blessed to keep moving and keep going, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people, they don't make it out of certain situations, and I thank God every day that that I'm still here and I can appreciate that. So basically it was just like a regular ass night out. So it started like if you guys already seen the caption, you already know what the story's about. But it started at my crib. I was just chilling with myself. It was just like a regular night out. Just got off work. I was just, relaxing, and I was like, yo, I want to go out, but it didn't seem like none of the homies wanted to go out or anything. So I was just like, whatever. I'm gonna go out to this popping spot that's usually popping on the weekends. Because y'all know, like, your friends, some of your friends probably go out on a Friday and then they don't go out on Saturday, or some of your friends go out on a Saturday but don't go out on a Friday. So, and then if you got the friends that go out on both days, you know that they thoughts.
Oh shit!
Point blank. But yeah, it was one of those nights. So I went out, and I was chilling, I was mingling, and then I see a couple of my friends that that I didn't hit up, but then they were just out. So I was like, oh, cool. So I went up to them. I was like, hey, what's good? We having a good time. We drinking, we talking, ladies, all that type of stuff. So it got to like the end of the night, and if you know me, which y'all kind of don't, like, I'm kind of telling you about myself, but if y'all know me, I usually bounce out at like 1:30 or something like that, like, because if you want to get a shorty or any of that, like, you can do that before 2 a.m. because I feel like, if you don't know, this is when all the fights start. This is like when all the fights, all the shootings, all of the crazy shit always starts at 2 a.m. when the club closes. And that's only in Minnesota. I know, like, in New York it's like 3-4 a.m. Or Chicago it's until 3 a.m. or something like that. But here it's 2 a.m. So basically, I was chilling, and then this time I was just like, man, I'm not leaving at 1:30. I'm gonna stay with the homies, and we're gonna keep going or some shit. So it's like 1:55 right now. They're playing. Okay, and let me backtrack real quick. Before this all like went down, there was two dudes who were fighting in the club. Like, they were just fighting, like throwing chairs, all types of wild shit. And like it turned into like a whole like crew brawl. Like, people were just brawling, throwing shit from VIP bottles and all that type of shit. And those dudes, they got kicked out of the club, we thought. So whatever, they broke it up. Those two dudes disappear. Everybody's having a good time. So now it's 1:55. They're playing the slowest Drake song because like, we need to get people out of here. It's not like a turn up. So they were playing like Trust Issues, or Take Care. Like, they were playing some Drake, like, all I care about is money and a seat, that type of shit. So whatever, we're chilling, and then I just see like I don't even see my homie. I'm just chilling, just taking in the whole vibe. And then my homie taps me and he's like, hey, hey, move out the way real quick. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he just kind of grabs me calmly as fuck. Like, I've never seen somebody this calm. He was just like, yo, just come over here real quick. So I'm like, all right, all right. And then, and that's when you hear it, like I guess like the dudes who were fighting or whatever, one of them had a gun and he started shooting. And the crazy part is, I was right in the line of his gun, like, which, you know, like I wouldn't be here if that actually happened. But it was probably the craziest shit because there was like this little Asian girl that was like maybe like 20 feet ahead of me, right? She ended up getting hit in the shoulder or some shit. And I'm way taller than her. Like, I guess this dude was shooting low or some shit. Like, wow. Basically, like, I almost got shot if it wasn't for my homie. And shout out to my homie for that, because it's always good to have somebody who's that on point. You know what I mean? Like, when shit is going down, you always have to have somebody who's gonna be on point. Like, when he came up to me, I didn't even think anything was wrong. He was just like, hey man, can you move to the side real quick, bro? Like, hey, come over here real quick. Like, and then that was it. You know, and then I was like, damn, that just happened. And I seen the DJ, like, right when it happened, the DJ was just sitting, like, you know, he was ready to leave or some shit. And then boom, he just get to running. He runs into the back to the elevator, it just goes. And then the Asian girl who got shot, you know, yeah, they took her through that back elevator too, and then she bounced too. But and certain things that I remember, because I remember that night, like, the bouncers were super light. Like, it was super light. Like, they didn't even pat me down and I walked in. And then, you know what I mean? So they probably let at least like 200 people in there like that. So I remember my homie, after the whole thing, I was like trying to get his perspective on it. I was like, yo, what the fuck happened? And then he just told me, he was like, yeah, I seen some dude reaching for his waist and I seen the gun. So I was like, oh shit. So, you know, he didn't want to cause any attention or nothing. So he was just like, yo, just come over here. And then boom. And then that's what happened. So yeah, that was the time that I almost got shot. Like, it was nuts. It was super nuts. Like, I feel like I've had like a lot of close calls in my 20s, basically. Cause, you know, like, if, you know, just living in the city, going out type shit, like, you're gonna see a few fights, you might be in a few fights, you might get jumped, somebody might pull out a knife, you might see some shoot, you know, like, you might see a bunch of shit. This is wild. Like, I'm sorry that I gotta say that shit, but maybe this is just me. If y'all relate, comment down below. But this is just like type shit that happens like after dark, you know, the scary hours. So yeah, that was, you know, like, thank God. Like, that's why I believe in God, man. Like, because, you know, out of all of the crazy stuff that's probably happened, like, I'm still here unscathed, even stronger. So with that being said, yo, that's the story time, man. If y'all like what y'all heard, or if y'all like the story, man, go tell me to do some more story times, bro. Like, I'm just trying shit out. So thanks for watching.